as the vice chair of the Community Development and Small Business Committee, so I had the opportunity to tour around a lot within this district and in other parts of the state to gather input on this. The most common feedback that we heard from people, business owners in particular, was access to capital. Both access to capital and health costs, health insurance costs. And those are two issues that we have tackled in the legislature this year, and we will need to continue to tackle in coming sessions. But one thing that we did this year in the economic development bill that I was very glad to push for, because it gave me an opportunity to act on this feedback that I heard from the small businesses, was put together a fund that would come out of the state's investment pension funds that we have to invest on behalf of our pensioners, because we don't have any new money to appropriate, and everyone here knows that, but we had to be creative about where we're going to find money. So we said, we're going to take $25 to $50 million from our pension investment pool, and we're going to invest that specifically in banks that commit to lending out that money to local businesses, to small businesses in Massachusetts, so that we can free up some of the lending and the capital, which is that, again, #1 feedback we heard from people. And then healthcare costs, which you heard Rep. Sanchez talk about. This is something that's on the mind of all of us, but myself included in the legislature, that we took a temporary bite at this year in the legislature by passing a small business health insurance relief bill. But we are going to have to continue to come back at that, because while we may be able to hold down costs incrementally, temporarily with this bill, this is a much larger problem that we're going to have to tackle the whole healthcare payment system in order to get those costs under control for everyone, including small businesses.
Thank you. Mr. Williams, let's read the question again. What is your legislative plan to attract and retain businesses and jobs in all of the neighborhoods of the 2nd Suffolk?
First, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you Ward 11, Ward 19 for allowing us to have this forum. I think to attract businesses to this location, it's not that we have high land values or high economic things that sort of stop people from coming. It's that we don't have outreach to businesses to bring them here. Georgia has an outreach program where they went out and they reached out to business and they attracted business by giving them tax incentives, land grants. Michigan did the same thing. I think we need to take some of those kinds of strategies to create new jobs, new revenue into this economy. That's what you do in a tight economy. When it's tight, you don't just say, well, okay, I have this and I can't do anything else. You say, well, how do I get new things? I'm a person that has taken nothing and made something of it, and I think we should do the same thing in this state. In terms of jobs, I think we need to create trade schools, green economy, bioscience, and healthcare. I think education is the key to allowing us to uncap the cap that we think is here. And the reason why I say that is because small businesses thrive on having people who actually have that ability to, excuse me, Arizona moment. Small businesses have the ability to hire people. How do they hire people? They hire people because the customers are driving through their location. What are those customers? Those customers have